There's a concept that I have found helpful, which I will often use with donors in which I have a deep relationship, where there's a trust established, and it's called the float. It's an active inquiry. It's the ask is inquiry, and it frees you up to lift up an opportunity that you may not have the facts and figures to back up. In other words, you are wanting to float an opportunity by the person that is in a safe way that they can lead you into conversation about or push away in a way that's comfortable to everybody involved. The float, where I have used this most effectively, is with the person who is currently giving at a particular level, but I want to put something before them, an opportunity before them that is a substantial leap from where they are. It's the big leap. Let me give you an example of a conversation I was having with a donor out west. This was a $250 donor. He gave $250 several times a year. That was the most he had ever given. And I'm sitting in his living room, and I knew of his passion around some earlier work he had done in India. And I knew the passion was there, but there was no gift history to suggest an approach for a very large gift. And the mail arrived, and in the mail was a check for $463,000 from the sale of some property. And it had been in the family, and he showed me the check. And I looked at him and I said, can I float something by you that I have no right to? This may be totally off base. Would you ever consider giving this kind of money to something if it really reflected your values? Have you ever thought about that? And he said, no.
Really?
And I said, well, would you think about it? Would you be open to that kind of conversation, specifically around the work that we're doing in India? And could we talk about that? He said, yeah. So we talked about it. I floated this idea that he could easily shoot down. I wasn't presenting it as a formal proposal. I wasn't presenting it anything other than an idea to lift up. At the end of that conversation, he said, I'll think about it. 2 days later, he called me and he said, well, come pick up the check. $363,000. He had kept out $100,000 for something else.
Yes.
$250 gift to $363,000. Why? Because I simply floated an opportunity.